Hey everybody, it's Kimberly, and guess what time of the year it is? It's springtime. This is the time of the year that I want to talk to you about honey. I love honey and I love bees. I had bees on my property for 10 years and I loved every moment that I worked with them. I learned so much about bees and the intricacies of them, but guess what? This is a really hard time of the year for bees. One, if you look at the grass beside me, it is greening up. There is no flowers right now for them. They're really looking for something. If they're able to come out, today is a warmer day in the higher 40s. So this is a day, if those hives are open, those bees are going to start coming out and looking for flowers and pollen, but there's nothing for them. So here's the gig. As beekeepers, we have to feed our bees. And when bees get stressed, guess what happens? You'll never believe this. They get diarrhea, a bad case of diarrhea. There have been times when my white suit has been covered in smears of brown from hundreds and hundreds of bees landing on me and doing a job because they're stressed. And how do they get stressed? One is that they don't have enough honey to keep them healthy and strong at this time of the year. We would usually leave 70 pounds of honey in each hive so that could help the bees and the colony stay strong throughout the winter, so they had something to eat. But guess what? It's at the tail end of the season for them, and most of the time they have used up all their honey and there's not much, if any, left. And some hives actually die off because they have used up all that honey earlier, especially because it was a very, very cold winter, depending upon where you're at in the country. If you're down south, you don't have as many harsh winters so that you can have bees that can always find pollen somewhere. But here in the north, our bees struggle for a part of the year because there is nothing for them. So what you want to do is, if you're going to use honey, I encourage you to talk to the beekeeper. One is I encourage you to buy local honey. Honey is extremely helpful. It's a natural antibacterial. It's an immune booster. You can use it as a sweetener. I use it as my #1 sweetener in my teas and my coffee, and it works wonderfully. And but when you talk to that beekeeper, you want to ask them, what do you feed your bees in the spring? And there's only one right answer, and that is that they feed them the regular white cane sugar. They should not be feeding high fructose corn syrup, and they should not be feeding organic sugar. We always think, well, organic, want our bees to be organic, so they should have organic sugar. No, they don't know how to digest it. And when we use high fructose corn syrup to feed the bees during the spring months, guess what we're getting? Guess what we're getting? We're getting adulterated honey that's made from high fructose corn syrup. And that's not what we want. We don't want that in our diet. Plus, guess what? Both of those, the organic sugar as well as the high fructose corn syrup, gives the bees diarrhea. My bees did not get diarrhea from that. They got it because they were running out of honey and they were very, very lean. So there are other things that people can do that raise bees. They can put a pollen patty in, but we also want to put in sugar patties or sugar water. Sometimes if you look at a hive and you see this little clear jar of liquid on the front of it, many times, hopefully, that is white cane sugar dissolved in water, and it is not high fructose corn syrup. If you talk to a beekeeper and they're using anything other than white cane sugar, don't buy their honey. I would encourage you not to buy it. Go ahead and find a different person who is local to your area. I'm a huge fan of honey because those bees that are local go around your area up to 5 miles and use the flowers and the things in your environment, which is helpful for people that have allergies. So I encourage you, get to know your beekeeper, ask them questions. Don't make it an issue of controversy. If they're using the wrong thing, just walk away and find somebody else. Don't make it an issue of arguing with them, because beekeepers do what beekeepers do, and they're all gonna just do what they do. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys are using local, real honey when you can. Farmers markets are out and about, so go ahead and do a meet and greet with them. Thanks for watching. Leave comments down below and let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.